Like what a momento, por favor. Uno momento, por favor. If you be so forward to pour my favor. And technically, I'm not late. I'm live right now. Why does my music stop? There it is. There it is. Alright, I've got it posted. I guess we should go ahead and show you my face. Is that better? Is that better? Are you happy now? Odds are you're not. Turn the music down too, I guess. Let's turn it down. Not off. Down. There we go. That's down and not off. Those are two different words. Do you know those are two different words? Like two completely different words. I just don't feel like I'm bright enough. I feel like I need more. Also, it's kind of hot. I might have to turn the air on. Yes, phrase y'all don't expect to hear, but living in Louisiana problems. A little warm. Hello, Tom, Sophia Wang. How does it look, by the way? Because on my screen, it looks jacked up. On the preview window. But y'all let me know how it actually looks in the stream. I gotta turn the AC on. I think I'm about to die. Literally, I think death is trying to come into my room right now. Hold on. It's that annoying time of the year in Louisiana where 1 minute you have to have the heater on, like on level 2 out of 3, and then 10 minutes later you're dying and you need the air conditioner. Living in Louisiana problems. Like, it's a very unique place. It's extremely unique. If you've never lived in Louisiana, well, not necessarily recommending it, but I guess that's a topic for a different day. This is going to be a very interesting show. I want to say hey to Carlos, Scott, Billy Yen. Pretty good job so far. Kevin Trudeau, Daniel, Sophia, Tom, Ron, Kevin, Justin, Gunta. I will sass you as much as I want to. Milo, and everybody else coming to the stream. Invite your alliance, invite your Discord, invite your mother, because odds are she helped you become a Star Trek fan. This one is going to be an interesting stream. One of the goals of today's stream is going to be doing an accumulation type work where we're going to be gathering intel, gathering data, to quote one of my favorite puns of Star Trek. And we're going to be putting together a list that I will eventually turn into a Google form, because one of the things that I've been doing a lot lately with the devs is the 3 or so that I talk to regularly, and there's more than that obviously in the game, but there's 3 that I talk to really regularly, and there's probably 5 in total I talk to now, and they work in different departments. Some are live ops, some are engineers, whatever, but they've always given different projects, like how is this part of the game working for this level of players, etc. And I think it's about time that we come up with another list, and we do this just about every year, where we're going to come up with a list of bug fixes, and we have to be specific. You can't just say, oh, territory lag. That's not a specific. So bugs, going for features that we'd like, whether that's ships. Yeah, Tomb. Some are definitely janitorial, 100% janitorial devs, which are the best kind, honestly. Respect the janitorial devs. So putting together this list, and then we will put that into a Google form. We'll allow people to vote on the most important ones, and then we'll push that as a roadmap type feature of like, hey, here's some of the basic things that don't affect the roadmap, but that we would like changed or added to the game, and see if it gets any traction. Because those type of videos that we've done that are static videos have got traction before, and we'll see if this live stream has the same effect. So everybody ready? Like, y'all excited for the idea, or y'all like apathetic? Like, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I care. So, let's put away that screen for a second. And, yeah, we'll... Sorry, I'm trying to... This is why I need an assistant, so I can not have to produce my own stuff. What's up, Gary the Shepherd? How you doing? Cobra, how are you as well? Tail says lag is specific. Like I said, it's not, and that's what's very frustrating. Not only for y'all as players, but for the game, because lag is not. So the game obviously has lag issues. We know that, but you could be lagging on server 129 and server 20 in the same situation, no lag, none, not a problem. Same type of people, same combat going on. Lag here, not lag there. Now, while there are some consistent things that cause lag, like 300 ships in a system causes lag on a node, it's not a consistent everything's lagging equally. So that, I mean, when you have 100 live servers, not to be ultra sympathetic shilly, but it's difficult to control that. So we're gonna go at it today. Hopefully you invite everybody from your Discord, you invite everybody from the game, and we can get some good intel and some good ideas to pass along. And what we'll do is eventually we'll have a couple people who will join me in the captain's quarters, and we'll start, taking notes. And as we play the game, we'll come up with ideas, and I want y'all to continue to do that. I know Shinjo has already joined the voice chat with me. We're in the super secret meeting room at the moment. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. Right? Right? Right?
Right.
Right. I'm glad somebody confirmed, or else I was going to be sitting here and talking to myself. That's not cool.
I had done.
Shinjo, Archimedes, Alchemist. For those wondering, the captain's quarters is kind of like the whale Discord. It's for special people only. So if you don't have access, just hit that PayPal button. Bam. There you go. You'll get access. But if you're not in the Discord already, I'll go ahead and throw up the... By the way, Nightbot will get you for caps lock, so be careful on that one. So I've already finished my event for the day, and I'm debating on if I go after Recruit John Harrison. I'm debating. There's already, this is insane, rank 1, 21 million points. 21 million. That's oof. Now, you only have to be top 25 on my server to qualify, but even then, that's 8 million points. I've got 62,000 by upgrading a dock. So, yeah.
Number 1 on my server right now. Number 1 and number 2 are both at 48 million points.
Whew, goodness. I mean, I've got stuff to upgrade. I mean, I've got all my docks I can take to 39, and then I have these docks that are, like, I've got Dock E, which is still at 28, that I could take up 10 levels. But what I'll probably do is I'll wait till tomorrow, see what it looks like, and then kind of get an idea, because I can afford to upgrade 2 of my docks, I think, to level 39. Then maybe a gun or so. We'll see. But the defense platforms are tricky for me, because I have to upgrade my docks to get to the defense platforms. So right now I've only got 1 defense platform I can actually upgrade, and that one's currently level 22. So I'd have to upgrade a dock and then jump to a defense platform. Richard says on server 33, it is 97.5 million. Wow. That is ridiculous. All right. I'm gonna have to do something real quick. We're going to calm down this Nightbot. It's getting a little crazy. Here we go. Because it legitimately just silenced somebody for like 5 minutes, and I feel bad. So we're gonna fix that real quick. There we go. Now it should be better. All right. So Lucian says change cow in faction hunt. I'm not sure, Lucian, what that suggestion means. So I'm not sure what you mean by change cow in faction hunt. I don't understand. When I talked about making changes to cow, I was more specifically speaking on should they change the type of rewards that you can currently exchange, which I love the pick what you want rewards idea. The only thing I was thinking is maybe adding a tab for officer tokens, like ultra recruits, standard recruits, discovery recruits, which because the discovery recruits have stayed with us for a while. But that's what I'm curious about potentially adding. And what I'll do is I'll add that to the list, and then we'll vote on that if y'all think that's a good idea. By the way, here I'm going to put the list on the screen so y'all can see it. Transition. You can see me typing because y'all paid to see me type on the screen. All right, bam. Idea added and retracted the screen. But Todd says the Armada pack should include 100 epic tokens. Sir, while I like that idea, you're asking them to give away so much money. They would never do that. Epic Armadas are a tool for money. Like, I don't know if y'all know this. Did y'all know to get to level 40, what's required is an event called an Ascension event that requires you to participate and beat an Epic Armada. Doesn't matter the level. But it literally is a paywall because you cannot do that for free. You can't free-to-play grind up to doing an Epic. I guess technically you could if you free-to-played enough uncommons to then do enough rares to then get one Epic. That would probably take you a year. Somebody has to do the math on that. That's like incredibly unlikely to actually do. So anyway, yeah, going into the 40s is a paywall in itself. Daniel says, I love the pick your own rewards, but at higher levels, the resources rewards do nothing. That is, I guess it depends on, it is level variant there. Like for me, you see, I've already done the lithium one, but my titanium one gives me 13 million, which while that's not a huge amount, I can do that twice, get 26 million, but it's more the uncommon crystal that is the big bonus for me. But what I do, or what I've been doing, is I need the gas really bad because I'm trying to max a Mayflower, and then I got more directives. I always get Armada directives, always, to try and not only help out my own alliance, but just it's easier for me to grow as a player. I am currently 27 uncommon gas away from maxing out my first Mayflower to then scrap it for the jellyfish that we'll have in 14 days, by the way. ISS Jelly, 14 days. Billy, yes, but how many rares did you buy to save up those epics? Because that's the key. You can only get epics through rares, and rares are extremely hard to free-to-play grind through doing uncommons. I'm talking about if you were just straight up, starting from the uncommon level, going all the way up. Now, if you've got an alliance that launches these things for you, then you can have a stockpile that's much larger. I mean, our alliance, which is rank 8 on server 20, runs Armadas all day, every day. It's a consistent thing. We're always running Armadas, and I'm sitting on 17,000 rares and 8,600 uncommons. But we also run Armadas literally all day, every day. I mean, y'all, if I pull my phone up right now, I bet I've got notifications for Nightbot security. And let's see, where's my Star Trek Fleet Command? Yep. Your alliance has formed an Armada. Come join. Like, literally all day. It's annoying. But anyway, the Voice chat is open, by the way, for anybody who wants to join. I see Black Pearl has snuck in there in the back end. If y'all are in the captain's quarters, come hop in. And start giving ideas, man. Give ideas of what you want in the game.
So here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
As part of the daily reputation thing, put a small amount of uncommons in on the daily reputation events.
Okay. So that would be these. The only problem I foresee with that is they're going to specify the type of resource that is with that reputation.
Well, I mean, Federation's already tied to gas, and Romulans are already tied to
that means
crystal. So
that means, honestly, that would put more of an emphasis on Klingon. So I really can't complain.
No, I mean that's the way that I thought would be add a little bit more of uncommons to the game and help free-to-play players advance while urging growth at the same time. And they're having to spend stuff every day to get the reputation. So,
I mean, I'll add it to the list. I think that's a potential little add here. So let's pull up the list again. Bingo. List in the corner of the screen. And I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger because it annoys me that it's so small. Okay. Daily reputation event includes small amount of uncommon specific to faction type. Example, Federation, UC gas. This would put a little bit more emphasis on the Klingons because I know a lot of people really feel that the game is slanted really hardcore towards Federation. So running that might incentivize swapping that up, but I'd be curious to see if there'd be any pushback to it because one thing that you remember this was a year ago that they never intended people to run multiple factions. They wanted people to be one faction in the game. That was it. You were that faction. And we griped about it. We got our faction lock back and etc. So now people can get all three like I have. So I wonder if there'd be any pushback there. I have no problem forwarding the idea. I'm just wondering how much traction it could build. And I will also say that a lot of the updates that I would like, I want them to be smaller things that we could actually see in the near future. Because if we request something too big, then that's not happening until 2022. Kevin says Star Trek is about the Federation. Kevin, that's the worst part about Star Trek is the Star Trek that is only about the Federation. That's why DS9 is so good because it's not about the Federation. You know, that's why I enjoy Enterprise so much. Why I enjoy Picard because it's not about the stinking unicorn fairy tale lovey-dovey Care Bear Federation. I'm a big Klingon fan, obviously. So there's going to be differences of opinion there. And there's no wrong opinion, by the way. I just am not a big fan of the hugs and cuddles lie that is Starfleet because they're just a huge military that pushes around their weight to get what they want. Sickens me. But yeah, I definitely agree, Kevin. The focus of the series has been the Federation. And honestly, the focus of feedback from what I've been told by the dev team in terms of what people want is Federation stuff. They want Federation officers, new Federation ships. So if you want different things, then what we have to do is request different things. And we have to be like, look, I even told, let me see if I'll take a picture of it and put it on screen. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was Janitor or one of the other ones I told. I literally just came out and said, yo, if y'all bring a Romulan warbird from the original series into the game, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
I got an.
Yeah, I actually quoted saying I'd pay good money for a TOS early movie era D7 or Romulan warbird.
There should be a way to be able to swap resources between alliance members.
I've already done that one. Remember the stockpile inventory system that I proposed 4 months ago that they said that they would look at adding to the roadmap? Already got that. So whether that actually comes to the game, I don't know. But we've already got that one pushed, and they already are reviewing it to add to the roadmap.
Remote station, like a one dock thing that you could do like a prime research for, and then set that into another system where you could do like repairs and swap crew, but you can access the crew that you don't already have with it. That would then make it for some of the P2P players that want to do some mining, or you want to swap crews. You could have the lower deck as one crew and the upper deck as another crew, and then
I don't see that as them ever. That would put way more lag on a game that is already laggy.
It's just a way that people wouldn't be able to max out their ships to the biggest tilt, because you'd want a more universal thing. So you'd take like a two crews with you on, like the Enterprise. You'd take two crews, one for PvE and one for PvP, but you're not going to have the full benefit of the health and the defense of the bottom crew.
See, that'd be changing the entire mechanic of the game. I mean, you're talking about a massive overhaul edition. That's not exactly a quality of life improvement or a quick fix. That's a massive change how the game works. That's like adding a Star Trek Online bit into Star Trek Fleet Command.
We'll see how that would be, but it would be easy for them to add in the remote station, but then it would be up to the players to be able to work out what crews they want to take with them, because they can't. You can't go from your main station, from all your crew at your main station. So
the easiest fix for that doesn't involve adding more lag to the game, crew presets.
Yeah.
Which is something that we've been asking for over 2 years. Crew presets. Dark Lord says add a 4th bridge officer. See, that one I'm vehemently opposed to. You think whales and stuff wipe the floor with you now? Give them a 4th officer that they've maxed and that you haven't maxed. Hey, that's one I would hate. Like, I already struggle to fight back against the whales using officer tactics, and it's easier because there's a limited number. You had 4 or 5 officers, you got no chance. No chance. But I mean, if multiple people in the chat say they want it, we'll add it to the list.
So what about adding transporter patterns to Swarm Sundays?
Well, you kind of already get that. Once you max out Mara or Khan, you're getting transporter patterns. So by leaving the officer the same that you get every week, Mara is going to get maxed out pretty quick. And then you'll start getting transporter patterns for Mara instead of Mara shards. So they're already doing that in a way. It's just you got to max the officer first. Need those speed ups and the dilithium. Paul says, and by the way, Paul, thank you for signing up to be a cadet. I see you signed up to be a member of the channel, so appreciate you supporting. He says, idea, the refinery should be able to do something useful with unwanted surplus BPs, converting faction BPs to faction credits. That's what your scrapyard was invented to be. So we can dislike the scrapyard and how it works, but that's why you got the scrapyard. Now, you do have a similar feature of that in the refinery, but it's for 4-star stuff. So, like, you have to go out and mine explorer parts and then refine those into regular or common, uncommon, and rare explorer parts for your ships. So they kind of have that mechanic for high-level gameplay, but they don't have that for lower-level gameplay. But that's not an exchange. They don't have an exchange way for it, but they do have a refinery for ship parts in the game. It's just for later in the game, because this is a big bottleneck. Basically, take the uncommon crystal bottleneck that you had and now add one called ship parts. It's another reason why it's difficult to progress in 4-star, because there's so many more things that you now have to really go through. Man, Nightbot is killing y'all with that caps lock. I don't know why are you using caps lock. Just, talk like normal people. Don't use caps lock like that. Calm down.
What's up, brother Rev? How you doing, bro?
What's up? Somebody. How you doing?
It's your brother. It's Epi. What's
Hey,
up?
Epi. I don't have the screen pulled up to see who's in Discord, so I'm just kind of like, oh, hey, how are you? How are you doing?
All good. Good, bro. How you doing?
Good, man. Just seeing, trying to get an idea from players, what they want in the game, things to change, what could get better, I know the obvious answers are going to be like make the refinery better, but I mean, from a realistic, what can we do better, and what can we suggest to make the game better? You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro. I actually like the cow event. It's definitely one of our favorite as far.
Yeah, the cow is still my favorite event in the game. I do think some great things have been added, but honestly, cow is not as great as it used to be because more events are like it. So cow is still great, but they've actually taken that as a blueprint and done it for other events. But cow is the first one that ever lets you choose what you got. And now you get more event stores, and now there are events that come around with mini event stores. So cow isn't as big as it used to be, but it's still one of my favorite, absolute favorite things in the game.
Yeah, if I can make a suggestion, they need to update the officers in that, that lock that you get on the officer tab during the cow event. It's the red. I think it's the red trophies.
I think they're called gold trophies, but I don't know why they're red.
Gold trophies, yes.
I agree.
They got red in them.
But at the same time, they need to do the same thing for the Ultra Recruit box. So I'm sitting on 36,800 Ultra Recruits. And I've been sitting on them because the last officers they've added were the Borg. And I actually like the fact that there's 6 of 10, 5 of 10, 10 of 10 in there. That's great. But I want Giorgio in there. I want Lorca in there. I want Captain Killy in there. I don't want any of the augment officers in there. But, I do want the Discovery crew and stuff to get added. So I've been saving up, and I think that's a big update. And I know we still have the Discovery Recruit tab, and maybe this stays forever, but this is still a when you get it grind. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a discovery event every day to then grind out and get those shards. So, I'm still waiting to get my Giorgio on my main account and my Burnham on my main account. I was able to get them on lower accounts because it's easier to, upgrade those officers and do it there. But, being able to get it here and having more officers with the number of officers we have is, I think, really important right now.
No, I agree with you. It's funny. You say that. It's almost like if they're going to keep things the way they are, at some point when you start hitting those transport patterns that you were just talking about, then who do you add into there to kind of give you that extra boost? Because you're right. I'm in the same pattern. I want those too, but they don't have a constant event going for the Discovery. Even Row or Mud 2.0. Those guys, there's no easy way to get them, and they're not even in the chest, and they're old.
Oh yeah, Domination is up right now. I forgot. I actually need to do Domination because I need the Tritanium really badly. So let me do my Domination in like 30 seconds by upgrading one officer level. I'm going to go to Spock, and he's max. I'm going to go to Bones. Yeah, 1.3 million to upgrade my next Bones level. So I'm just going to click it once, and bam, I finished my whatever you call it, Domination. Yeah, that word. Silver is spamming add Borg as a faction. Me personally, I don't like that, only because I think the Borg would be overpowered if you did that correctly. So I'm really hesitant to say, yeah, let's do that. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to tell you no. I mean, if that's what you want, I'm not going to be like, nope, you can't have it. I'm always up for ideas and stuff, but let me go ahead and level up this Mayflower. Bam, max 40. And then hopefully by tomorrow, I can take this to max and then start scrapping it, because the scrap time for a Mayflower is actually decently long. Wait, I didn't finish my Domination event?
Spoke too soon.
Apparently I need to do my Mayflower to finish the last level. Oh, I needed 1.5, not 1.3. Thanks, the Dark Lord and Grant. I didn't notice that, but I got it anyway. So, anyway, back to recommendations. And I haven't seen a lot of people post in the chat bug fixes. If you have legitimate bugs that you know exist, type them in so we can talk about them and then add them to the document that we'll be putting in, and different ideas that y'all are having. Matt says add Ferengi as a faction. I've already put forth a whole Ferengi officers load and everything, and they reviewed it. They're thinking about it. So, not that I'm against any that idea. I don't want to rehash old ideas that they've already reviewed. I want to push forth new stuff because we know that they're looking at the exchange inventory system I came up with. We know they've thought about Ferengi officers, but we need to work on other things. Cirque says purple squares over mines. I don't even know what that is.
That's a bug.
I mean, I know it's a bug, but I've never seen it. I could type it down, but somebody describe it to me.
Basically, instead of seeing a node, you're seeing a square that's purple. Like fuchsia.
The graphic error.
Yes.
See, I've had it. It's not as bad before, but there were days where like my entire blue stacks would turn green, all of it, green or purple, and I don't have that issue as much anymore. I can add that to the bug fix list, but that is, I'm not even sure what causes that. Like, I'm not sure if that's a client side issue or what, but I've seen that a couple times. It's been a long time. I thought that wasn't really around anymore, though. Oh, here's you one that I'm surprised nobody has suggested. This isn't a bug fix or a feature addition. It's a retraction. Literally banners. No reason for PvE banners. No reason to not be able to disable banner notifications. That's going on the list. I don't care if y'all like it or not. That's on the list. I hate banners. Hate them. There's no point for them. If I want to know what happened, I'll click the battle log button and go look.
Especially when you're raiding somebody for like hours and it just keeps...
man. Burn the banners. There's Tomb World with the best phrase of the day. Burn the banners. Nick Burton says he wants a Next Generation or a Voyager Battle Pass event. That will eventually come. Holly says not really huge, but we have a perma glitched ore node on my server. No one can mine there. Holly, if you do have a perma glitched node, most servers have them, but they're not the same everywhere. So if you could be so kind as to hit me up on Discord with your server number, the system, and a picture of the node, and then I will personally forward that up for you. Also, please make sure that you send it in as a ticket to make sure they know that exists. But if you want to contact me, I will push that up and be like, hey, this node's broken, because every update and patch, they try to fix those broken nodes, but they only can do it if they know what's happening. So, Holly, if you'd be so kind as to throw that my way, that would be greatness. And you'd be greatness, just like me. Brian says, how about a repair with Latinum confirmation for ship repairs? Whew! Oh, man, that's a good one. Confirmation for Latinum Insta repair. Bam. Now, keep in mind, we can take in as many ideas as y'all have today, and what I'm going to do after the stream is I'm going to compile them in a Google form. So I'm going to have 3 different sections, and you'll be able to vote for 3 each, and then what you'll do is you'll vote for 3 in each category that are the most important to you, and then the top 3 I will then present and be like, hey, I had 2,000 responses. Here's what people wanted the most, et cetera, and here's the form. And I'm going to do the work for them. So...
Rev, I got one that I think everybody would definitely want.
All right, well, we'll see if the chat agrees with you.
All right, how about a modulated, the modules, being able to convert that into something else, because I don't know about you.
What module?
I am stacked through the nose. The modules from Franklin.
Franklin modules. Yeah, well, you've kind of already got that. Remember the inventory idea I came up with? For the Alliance Bank, that was something that you're going to be able to put into that inventory system. So the key there is getting them to actually agree with the inventory system and put it in the game. Once they do that, you'll be able to donate that to your Alliance and then take what you need and help out somebody else. Because you're a whale. I mean, you got Max Franklin's and you got nothing to do with all those modulators. What are you going to do with them?
Well, exactly. It's a waste. With some of our guys. Yeah, right. Not a whale.
He's a whale.
But even also opening up more swarm 32 or 35 spots, because obviously as people are growing this new research, which is awesome, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get your dailies done.
Yeah.
Has auctions made the list yet?
Well, what if you're going to say no more auctions? You can go ahead and hang that up. That ain't going to happen. So
Maybe better windows or more reasonable ones, more inclusive.
You got to keep in mind that we're talking about like top moneymaker right now. The odds of a change coming to auction style events extremely low. Extremely low. Auctions make them stupid money. Like, y'all gotta remember, this game makes like 10 million a month. Auctions are a big part of that. There are people on my server that when the jelly first came out, they dropped $6,000 to get that jellyfish as an auction. So I could say that maybe tighter brackets, but even then, the main issue is if you tighten those brackets, I'm just telling you why it probably won't happen. You tighten the brackets, you need less points, which means less spending to get that. The whole point of the auction is like a real auction in real life. You're spending money to win that item. So if they make it to where it's like a bracket system where it's every 2 levels, you're not going to have that level of spending.
Even if it was just like the minor ones, like the station ones, like the regular ones that show up and having special.
Just doing my stuff today, I'm now ranked 38, by the way, in the Harrison auction. If I can get in the top 25, I'm pretty sure I get 12 shards. I think I need 12 to unlock Harrison. So I really probably should push for this.
You probably need.
Let me see how many I need. Nope, I actually need 13. So that would actually just piss me off.
That would suck.
That would just annoy the heck out of me to have like 37 out of 38. Ryan says 6K for a jelly. Thank you, Wales, for keeping the game afloat. Exactly. Like, as much as we want to complain about whales blowing up our ships with no repercussions, I'm not willing to spend 6K on the game. And unless you're willing to spend 6K on the game, somebody's got to do it. So let the whales do it. And thank you, my friend from, I can't tell if that's acrylic. What language is that? Your name is not in using the English alphabet. So I'll just say thank you to the Facebook person who said what they said. Thank you so much. Sorry. Wish they would add an alliance dock in your station. War Dog, interesting idea. We can, what I think that you would do in that situation is, instead of adding another dock, you would have to set aside one of your docks to say this is an alliance dock. But you couldn't put anything there. But somebody could use your dock. So like if you had, like I've got 5 docks, I could be like, look, I can live with 4 ships. And there you go. Matt says he wants level 34 plus Borg probe systems. That'd be a good idea for when Borg rolls around the next time this year, because they do max out at what? What's the max Borg? A 33, I think?
33.
Quarter Gamma is the top one. And it would be nice for that to go up. But I would bet it becomes a deep space thing if it goes up. Where you'd have to be going way out here, and there'd be like a random Borg system in like 100 space that you could then do that higher level Borg mining.
Rev,
he says when he cross-platform play? Cross-platform play? Like PlayStation?
Xbox?
Yeah, we're playing Star Trek Fleet Commander on our Xbox? I'm assuming they mean something else. Or do they?
Rev, check your Cash App, sir. Help you get your hair.
Check my Cash App? Did you just tell me to buy a wig, sir? You just insult me while paying me money?
I like your hats. Leave it alone.
Best kind.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know how that's going to help me get him, but I do thank you. I do appreciate it. I don't know how that's going to. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching that leaderboard because if you look at the Harrison leaderboard, it's 11 through 25 gets 12. So I'd have to get in the top 10 to guarantee get Harrison, and that is going to be really tough. Really tough.
What, you're saying for TOS Spock?
Well, TOS Bones is going to be an auction here soon. So I'd rather have Harrison, though, just for one reason alone. Base defense. I could finally fend off like these 45s and 46s that are come one-shot my base with Newtons and Pilums. I could defend against them.
What ship are you putting them on? Sally or the Enterprise?
It wouldn't matter. Any ship in the base that would have Harrison on it. My base defense crew would basically be Pike, Moreau, Harrison. Doesn't matter the ship. Every gun, first round, immediate shield penetration. Every gun. So. All right, what else we got out there? Heath wants to play on Android and iOS with the same account. Heath, the correct answer is to leave iOS and stop having antiquated, overexpensive devices for no reason. Why would you want iOS? It's terrible.
I second that.
Yeah, why would you want that in your life? And I have no problem with the idea, by the way, Heath. I'll add it under miscellaneous.
I might have told someone on Facebook when they asked a question about an issue they were having on their iPhone related to Star Trek Fleet Command that they needed to stop using Crapple products.
Crapple products?
And yes. They didn't take too happy to that.
Most Apple people I meet now aren't like the Apple people when I was younger, where they're super hardcore, oh my God, Apple is so much better than you people. They're just kind of normal people who want simplicity, which I don't mind. That's fine. If you want a simple device that works great, because they do. I mean, an iPhone is a simple device that works exactly how it's supposed to with limited functions, and it does those limited functions really, really well.
The cult of Apple.
Yeah, and if that's what you want, that's awesome. So the only thing I could think that they might have an issue with the iOS versus Android crossplay is people exploiting accounts and account sharing. I know that's one thing they really worry about, because one thing this game does not have a bad problem with, it does exist, but it's not bad, is botting and scripting. Other games, that's a terrible issue. I remember when I was working with Eve Echoes, in 1 month, they banned 18,000 bot accounts. 18,000. Other games, it's a much bigger issue. It's not as big a one here, and I know that would probably be a worry for them, because you don't want a bunch of botters in this game. You don't want to be on a server that's got, a guy that has 100 bot accounts doing everything. You just don't want that. Unless y'all do want that. But I don't think you want that. All right. Somebody just asked me if I was having trouble with server 43 lag, so I'm logging in right now to see if I have any issue with server 43 lag. And by the way, while y'all are here, continue to drop ideas. People who are watching the chat, if you don't see my idea come up, just grab him and repeat it. Just don't spam it. Don't all caps me, because all caps just makes you a Karen. It doesn't make you louder. So don't Karen it. Just be patient. We've got 300 people here. Invite more people so that we can get great ideas. But yeah, it'll all work out in the end. Okay, Giorgio says they should add the option to use side docks like in the movie where your ship is tearing up or repairing. Okay, so that is something I've definitely asked for a long time. One, to be able to repair from multiple. One, for you not to tie up a dock when you're repairing or when you're upgrading a ship. That makes no sense to me, especially the upgrading a ship part. That should go inside your shipyard and not affect your docks at all. It should prevent you from building another ship, but it shouldn't prevent you from using that dock. I hate that. That's something that's still kind of fallen on deaf ears over the years, though. So far, server 43 seems to be working fine, but we'll go do some. Can I even afford to repair my Vocalist? I can. I'll have to repair it.
I will say that yesterday on 43, from the time that I got up until about 4 Central, all day long the lag was ridiculously bad. If you do anything, you had to reset the device to see the change. Like, I mean, even moving a miner on a node, the miner would go to the node and it would look like it was just hovering on the node, even though it was actually on the node.
Yeah, see, the issue with lag on specific servers is that wasn't happening on server 20 because server 20 was the day, or yesterday, I was on server 20 all day, like probably a good 10 hours. I didn't have a lag for anything. Territory lag, nothing. It was perfect. So that's just frustrating is server 43 might be eating it up the rear with lag, but the rest of the game is fine. You know, so for as a dev team, that's really tough to just pinpoint and fix.
I understand. I was just saying that I'd experienced what they had going on yesterday morning.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm not trying to make an excuse. They should get rid of lag. Don't worry. I'm not saying accept the lag. I'm just saying that, like,
26 was fine yesterday. So it was whatever it was just specific to 43, and that's what made it weird.
Yeah.
Not good request.
The Hungarian equivalent of my name is Gregory. Well, what if I want to say gurgly? You're gurgly Facchetti. Gurgly Facchetti. I'm going to say your name like that from now on. You're gurgly Facchetti, and you like Zao. How about that?
So they go for being able to buy specific things like say gas, uncommon gas,
and
just have a pack for that.
Now, so we've recommended that before too, like more actual microtransactions in the game instead of these big ones. But that's not been an idea they seem to like. Because I think if you could sell a pack for $10 that was nothing but uncommon gas, that would be a great seller. But that is definitely an idea that's been recommended.
50 cents their amount of money because
you are I think it's Archimedes, dude. You're breaking up really bad. I can't understand anything you're saying. You have to pop out, pop back in, maybe. But now, okay, so there's some lag on 43. I've attacked one hostile, and we've been attacking for a good 15 seconds so far. And we finally won. Yeah, it took like 17 seconds to do a fight. That was definitely some lag.
So territory captures everywhere on server 43. Got it.
Yeah, like I just initiated. I'm getting deployment errors. Yeah, it's okay. So it is bad on 43 right now.
If we're making a list of requests, can I add research tree options to improve your total cargo capacity?
That's a good one. Gypsum says the level bracket argument isn't accurate. 33 versus 38. I won't even try, so they get more money. Okay, so logic tells you they'd make more money. But I will tell you this. Scopely has literally spent so much money into the psychological development of packs in this game. They know what makes them more money. So you can't argue with them, this will make you more money. The only argument you can make is if you can say this will make you extra money to what you're already making. If you try to change the format that they have, they're not going to follow you because they have tons of research to back up their method of creating wells and draining wells. You can't tell them that a $10 pack or a smaller bracket is going to make them more money. All their research and all of their logs and analytics are going to tell them the exact opposite. They're not going to listen to you. Now, if you can add something that gives them even more money, that's where you can convince Scopely to do something that's a little bit more friendly. For example, the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is a great way for them to make extra and more money without actually changing any of their format. The auctions are not going to change until people literally stop spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per server every auction. The ideal a lot of people have is, well, if we had 10 people that would spend $100, that's the same as one person who spends $1,000. But that's not how it actually works. When whales go out and spend, they don't just drop $100 at a time. Whales go out and the big ones drop $4 or $5 grand at a time. And some of them do it multiple times a week. You would need hundreds of regular people buying $5 and $10 packs. You need thousands to equate to what one of these massive whales they've created does. So when you come at them with ideas, just change your perspective a little bit and come at it from a don't change what they're already doing, add something new like the battle pass. That way we can create a secondary avenue. The brackets for auctions, yeah, there's a reason it's set up how it is, and there's a reason it makes a butt ton of money. Yeah, I mean, I know people who have dropped 10 grand in a single day. And for me, there have been years where I've worked an entire year and made less than 20 grand. So they spent over half what I would make in a year in a day. I mean, it blows my mind. But yeah. Anyway. Well, don't y'all get all quiet on me. Jeez.
You were super serious.
Well, no, I'm just trying to explain their format. Like, you know, because if you play other Scopely games that are working with different demographics, it's not the same way. You know, like if you go play Marvel Strike Force, which is created by the company Fox Next that Scopely purchased, there's not $100 packs. It's more in the $10 to $25 range and then up to $50. But that is a Marvel game that caters to a lot of younger audience, more so Star Trek, which the average demographic of Star Trek, and I can tell you even from my own analytics from the YouTube channel, is, you know, 35 to 55-year-old men with stable jobs and big incomes. So they did their research when they came in here to attack the Epifananos and know I can make a ton of money off that dude. They know what they're doing.
You're right.
I'm just saying.
I'm like 2 out of 3 of those.
You can hate Scopely, but you can't accuse them of being stupid or not knowing what they're doing when it comes to money. There's a reason they were just evaluated at $3.3 billion. $3.3 billion. And they were $1.7 billion the year before. So in 1 year, they doubled their evaluation. Yeah. So we can't argue their financial, you know, acuity. We can simply try to add ways that make it more beneficial for everybody else.
Okay, this could be interesting, Rev. What if they had a slider on the packs? Instead of having if you're a whale, instead of buying the same pack 10 times, you can slide for your dollar for the rewards. That way people who would be dolphins could afford a little bit cheaper, and whales, instead of having to buy 10, 20 packs one after the other, could just make it easier to actually spend their money.
Okay, so I see what you're saying with the slider of like buying 10 packs at once, but how does that help the free-to-play dolphin people? Buying half a pack?
It's a slider works both ways. Like, exactly, that could be an option, because at the same time, a whale is going to spend. If I have a $100 pack and I'm a whale and I'm going to buy that 10 times, I'll buy it 10 times. A dolphin might not be interested in that, but if you had a slider for reduced rewards, if it was less than one, there are some people who may never spend money who might do it, whereas the whales will just crank it to the max so they can spend more money and get more rewards without having to make it a repetitive thing. Because imagine if you're willing to actually sit there and buy 20 packs, which a lot of whales do, that gets boring. That gets frozen up. That's just not a great experience. And so a slider could create new customers while making the existing customers essentially happier.
Maybe. It's definitely an idea. Interesting. Now I just got to think, how long would it take and how much would that mechanic screw up?
To be honest, the reason...
Well, they have. I mean, they've built that type of idea for tokens, and it took them a while to build that in for tokens. But it's the same idea. My only thought is, how does that work when it comes to spending real money, and how does that affect what you're allowed to do with real money? Like in terms of, I have no idea with the Google Store and the Apple Store, and because like John says, a build your own pack, which a build your own pack option has been, you know, brought up several times on the official Discord and stuff. And I've got no problem with that. That's just a very unique, good idea. We'll add it to the list. Simple as that.
Rev, to keep going with that real quick, do you
Mhm.
remember maybe 4 or 5 months ago where they tried this, and I don't know why they haven't continued because I thought it was great. But do you remember, like, if Wales or anybody, it didn't matter, bought a pack that the rest of the Alliance, it was almost an Alliance pack, but
You kind of went out on me there. So what were you saying?
oh, sorry, it was when basically if anybody bought a pack, the Alliance got a gift out of the packs, but like it was like specific to alliances. So like you either got to buy it for you or buy it to help the Alliance. You remember those?
Ah, yes, I do. So you kind of have those still. They just kind of come rotation. There's one of those for Crucible of Wars, the silver trophies. The silver trophy pack
Right.
for Wales is just to help your alliance be the number one. So, yeah. By the way, I'm opening up in the background, if y'all wondering, Marvel Strike Force, because I want to show y'all what it looks like on another Scopely game that caters to different demographics. And I will say, I'll go ahead and warn you now, the Marvel Strike Force annoys me more because it pops up by this all the time. Star Trek has never once popped up by this North Star in the middle of me trying to do something. I love Marvel Strike Force. It's a really fun game. It doesn't take near as much as my time with Star Trek Fleet Command, but there are some things on it that annoy the heck out of me. And hopefully, if it doesn't happen while I'm trying to tell you it happens, that'll be annoying. But Dave says a gifting option for packs. See, I think the gifting option, if they would just use my inventory idea that I submitted, that will help, because then you can just put all that stuff that you want to from your pack into the Alliance inventory and let somebody withdraw it. All right, come on, game. Load up. Load up.
That's where you could tie in the whole rank thing. You know, if you're
Yeah,
one
and
of
that's
your
what I
guys'
said in my video, was it would give a use for ranks.
Oh, one other idea I've had to make the PvP aspect more fun for the Alliance. Right now, Alliances will randomly yell, "I declare war on you," no row, I'm just going to hit you. That happens all the time. But I would actually like to see an official way to have war in this game, where like if two Alliances declare war on each other, when one Alliance gives up, maybe they have to pay taxes to the other Alliance, maybe that Alliance can take over their territory space and mine there. Just basically have an actual legitimate way to fight a war in this game with actual consequences.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I just see right now, if y'all watching the YouTube channel, do you see first thing, I clicked out of one screen, and the first thing is I got a $2 pack offer. And I'll tell you, because y'all don't know what any of these resources probably are, this really means almost nothing. This $2 is very little, and then as soon as I click out of it, what do I get? Literally another offer for $50 for me to buy one character in the game. Sound familiar? One character. But this is the most expensive one that they have, is $50. Now, if I go into their store, which is, I'm trying to remember where the store is real quick. Where's the store? Oh, it's under offers. So there's another one, a $10 offer that popped up as soon as I opened up a new menu. So $2, 50, 35, 10, 30, 25, 5, 5, 50, 20, 50, 20, 10, 3, 3, 1, 5, 30. So it's all over the place, but you see it's 50 and below because of what this game typically is demographic wise, while also having cheaper options. That way, if a kid spends $3, it's no big deal. And they do it in a little bit more of an annoying way. And another reason I brought up this game is, even though Marvel Strike Force is bigger in terms of player base than Star Trek Fleet Command, it has a similar amount of money it makes every month to Star Trek. They both make similar. So I think in November, Marvel made more. In December, Star Trek made more. So it's, there's multiple ways to do it, but they do their research into what they're doing. So here's you a game where you're asking for cheaper packs, making the same or less money than the same game we're playing right now with that method that you're describing. So like I said, they do their research. They figure it out. We just got to find ways to add to it. Like for me, $5 to buy a custom skin for my Enterprise. Why not? Or to name my Enterprise something besides the Enterprise. Like it shows up on screen as the USS Rev Deuce. Now, obviously, you'd have to have, you couldn't have anything profane, all that other stuff. But adding secondary rungs of revenue, essentially, like the Battle Pass was, while still keeping their main core, which is the auctions and the $100 packs. So customization, yeah, dude, I'll pay $5 to have a pirate-looking Enterprise, for sure.
Rev, what about to tie in the Borg? I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. To tie in the Borg, why don't they do like almost like a cow event with the Borg, like tying in the nanoprobes, shards of officers, and then they could bring in that mega cube, but actually make it more attainable, not something so crazy that work on, because it's like a hostile grind for Borg.
I see you there. I see you.
Otherwise, I feel like Borg space is just a waste.
Borg is coming back around though, so like I'm really curious how it's going to look for Borg, because you are getting Borg again this year. So they've already built and planned some changes to Borg. So we kind of have to see what that's going to look like, So that could be something they do. I know one of the main things they wanted to do with the Borg was, when they brought it back, is to make it easier to complete and not as lengthy as they did the first time. Now, granted, the Borg was the first arc they ever ran, so it was a huge test bed. It was the first time they'd ever done anything like that. So this second time around, I'm really curious to see what that looks like. But
I'd pay for a simulated ship scan.
Archon says $20 monthly battle pass feels strange when WoW is $15 a month. Two things. One, WoW is a mobile PC game, and two, WoW is 400 years old and sucks. No offense. Star Trek doesn't. So the graphics in Star Trek Fleet Command on a mobile device are better than World of Warcraft. That alone is worth $5 more a month. Like, if you have nostalgia for World of Warcraft, that's great. Enjoy it, play it, have fun. But I have upgraded past the block characters, and that's not fun for me. But that's just, it's a personal style thing, like, it's preference. And like, you don't have to buy the battle pass. You still get a free battle pass every time it comes around. You get a free path. It doesn't give you as much stuff, but you can still get it for free. You can still complete it. You get the special frame. Remember, we got that rocket frame now, which I don't even know if I've even seen anybody use, but you've got the rocket frame. And then you completed the battle pass. This was the paid one, but then you get this one for free, the 1960s frame, which I actually like. I like the free frame. And I used to hate on frames all the time, but now I like them. So, all right, back out of there. Okay, I do need, real quick, more bug fix suggestions from everybody, from Facebook and from YouTube. We've only got one bug fix that we'll be adding to the list, and I know I made y'all had to be specific, but if you got specific bugs, let me know. Broken nodes, I know, I think it's Holly supposed to be sending me her node that's broken on her server. Send me all that, and we'll jump into it. Another cargo increase officer. 100%. Another Stan-styled officer. Research. Technically, that would go under... That'd be a feature edition request. Officer, Severus, and Barrett. Okay. Severus for
always
sure.
Be able to see it.
Yeah, we'll just combine them. I'll add Tau, but I know that's never going to happen. But Tau gets added to that list too. Alex says TC particle change up. That's coming anyway, so I don't need to add it to the list. I don't know when it's coming, Alex, but they are changing up territory capture and what's in there. So Shaggy says, can we get more ships at each tier? Why not DS9, TNG, or Voyager ships? You are going to get more stuff. That is coming. They're just not going to put it all in at once because they're going to stretch out content. So you're getting the next generation stuff right now, and you've only gotten part 1 of the arc. I will say every arc we've ever had has included a ship, has it not? Has every arc we've had included a ship? Can y'all think of an arc that didn't have a ship? Okay, then. Something tells me you'll be getting ships too. You're just not going to get them all at once.
Rev, what about a specific raiding ship, like massive hull or break? I don't know, like an actual augment ship designed for raiding.
That was something that was suggested, just like taking the sarcophagus ship and giving it like a 2 million cargo. Because if you know in Star Trek Discovery, the sarcophagus ship is massive. Like it's a freaking huge ship. So giving it a massive hull that it could hold tons of cargo would, I think, be a great way to, 1, get people to actually want to get the sarcophagus, and 2, make it useful for something besides sitting on a node. Alex, I'm just going to tell you, buddy, you sending me a random broken node in a YouTube chat, that's going to get lost. Literally in the next 30 seconds, that chat's going to be completely off the screen. Facebook message me or Discord message me those, and then make sure you're putting in a ticket as well so they can have a reference point. You sending it to me here on YouTube chat, it's not going to go anywhere, buddy. Not that I'm trying to be mean, but I literally can't do anything with it in a YouTube chat. So, shouldn't the show Enterprise have an arc before TOS? No, because people like the original series more than they like Star Trek Enterprise. So,
how about that bug where if you have a ship repairing and then you return a ship to the station, it just shows the original ship as destroyed?
Haven't seen that one. But that is I can tell you what that is just by the symptom. That's a sync issue between your device and their server not syncing up correctly. So there's probably nothing they can actually do about that. That's you needing to reboot your game. Now, if there is something they can do about it, cool. But I know what that is because there's several problems that were related to sync issues in this game. Charles says, how about extending the $20 standard monthly pack to beyond level 25? It doesn't affect the whales, but gives the minnows and dolphins a way to remain relevant. Okay. I have no problem with more $20 packs. And I will say, to the credit of the evil overlords, there have been more of those in there. For example, the $20 USS Discovery mini research pack. You know, there have been more $20 options. Now, keep in mind that this is an account that you're looking at that has had over $1,000 spent on it. So it's not like this account has only bought like one pack. But I'll see $20 packs come up more now and $50 packs than I did before. So, and this is no event going on. I'm not going to buy the February Elite Reward Pack just because I bought January's and I can't afford to keep buying these jokers. But the reward packs are really good for the level 20s, and it's good for the 25 pluses. Tomb World says we need the original series because we need a cleanser from being subjected to 4 Discovery arcs. Tomb World, you were subjected to 1 Discovery arc, sir. 1 Discovery arc. Arcs simply have parts. Have parts. How about an officer that increases station generator speeds and amount held? Well, that would require doing what we have asked for some time, and that is station officers. The ability for the station to hold officers for specific purposes. Defense? Sure. Holding in more cargo space? Sure. That is, to me, a simple addition to the game in my very ignorant head, and is needed. Holly says that the banner stalling can be fixed by rotating the chat screen. Fun, interesting little tidbit. I can rotate my screen with BlueStacks, but it doesn't it doesn't go into vertical mode for me. So that kind of sucks. But
swipe them away.
Richard says, how about Alliance missions? They can be started and organized by admirals, commodores, and have a maximum number of players and have requirements to start the missions and then the rewards for such. I love that idea. I will say, let's find out. No, this is my recommendation. How about we wait and see what the away missions are going to look like? Remember, away missions are coming to the game. I'm really curious what that looks like. Away missions might have that same type of feel. So I'm like really excited about away missions, but at the same time nervous because Scopely ruins everything. But yeah, I'm really excited about away missions. And when we had the janitor come by and say specifically that they were going to make Star Trek timelines obsolete with their version of away missions, it honestly got me more excited. So it did. J-Roll says, just get rid of banners. Don't worry. We're with you. It's under the miscellaneous. Literally no banners. No reason. Get rid of them. We hate banners. John says, call to arms. See, John, I like call to arms. You like call to arms. Literally most people complain about call to arms. People complain about PvP in a PvP game. I don't know why, but they do. They don't like it. So, it is what it is.
Why only the event once a year?
Yeah, every time it comes around, people cry and stay in their base and don't participate. Oh, well, he shot my poor little ship. What am I going to do now? Repair it? Oh, no. I wish those people would go play Eve Echoes and have their Cinnable blown up and they can't get another one. They have to go grind for 2 weeks to build it again.
They'd rage quit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Get rid of the capstone generators, period. You can always collect.
Yeah, I've said that before. Yeah, I made a whole video on generators, remember? Do y'all remember that video? Rev made a video about that. Should go watch the generator video.
Was that last decade?
No, it was actually only a couple months ago. It was like November, I think.
Oh, so last year.
Yeah. Well, I can't make a video literally every 8 minutes. I mean, there's so many topics. There's so many topics. He says, how about stuck ships? I've had 2 recently and 24 hours for them to fix. The stuck ships, you just have to go through customer support, and it really depends on how quickly they respond. Now, I can put in bug fixes that we request quicker response times from customer support in regards to issues such as stuck ships. I can add that to the list. Haywood, photon tokens are coming. I don't have an update of when. I'll let you know as soon as I know. Don't worry. I brought y'all photon tokens. Well, the knowledge of them. And I'll bring you the answer as soon as it actually happens. I promise I'm not withholding information to you. Like, every day people come in my Discord. Hey, is there any update on photon tokens? I will literally make a video as soon as I have any update. As soon as I have an update. I promise you. Like, it would be stupid of me to not give you an update. I'm not going to do that to you because I love you. Saint says to allow them having multiple open tickets and to see them as a list. Oh, so you want customer support to be even more overloaded and unresponsive than before. Got you. Saint, I don't know if that's a good idea, buddy. Like, maybe if they had an amazing customer response right now, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, dude, I like that idea. But because we don't have the best reputation right now, Dima says, what's a photon token? Oh my gosh. Let me go get the video for you. Let me go get the video. See, this is why I need moderators. My mods are all like working day jobs and stuff right now. I need my moderators here so they can throw in these links for everybody. By the way, a very random question for everybody out there, including people like Epi, who I think Epi already dropped off because he has to work. There's 300 something of y'all watching. Will y'all help me buy a Q judge costume? Like, I really just want to dress up as Q when he's the judge. and make videos. Anybody want to help with that? Anybody know where I can do that? Get that? Anybody want to donate to that cause? I promise the videos will be hilarious. You just let me know. I'm getting that photon token link to that video so you can see what photon tokens are. That video came out January 7th. And here is the link for it. I will paste it into the chat. Bam. There you go. War Dog, I'm pretty sure I've looked on Amazon and it's not there. Q Judge costume. And yeah, it's not there.
Yeah, you probably need custom for that.
Yeah. There is one made, I think, in China that is $75 plus $10 shipping. And if I bought it now, it would arrive between March and April. But, you know, I would love to have it.
And it's from China.
Yeah, and I don't care. I've had some great products from China. So, but I would definitely want to do a Q cosplay. And to do that, I need money. So if y'all want to donate so I can do a Q cosplay, that'd be great. I promise the videos will be just as entertaining, if not more so. All right, let's see. Han says they really need to fix the territory fight lag. That is specific to each server. Not every server has that. Server 43 really eat up with the lag bug right now. Server 20, not so much. Server 20 is doing kind of fine. Trying to transfer a game to another device. I log in on Google Play and download the game, but every time I get a new station, you just need to go into your settings and then log in under General. There'll be a login right here. You need to log in. So go log in.
I think you have to get through the start screen, though.
What do you mean? You have to go through the tutorial, but all you got to do is go into the...
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but once you get through the tutorial, you just go into your settings and log in, and you'll be fine.
I don't think it's that patient is the problem.
That's also true. Yeah. Johan said I'd be an awesome Klingon. I'm also here for a Klingon cosplay. Legitimately. I actually already have a wig for that purpose, but I don't have the prosthetics and I don't have the uniform. I would eventually like to have all that stuff because I think I could be even more entertaining. Like, I would be the dude that goes full Klingon and goes shopping at Walmart and have my wife record it. Just so y'all can see everybody's looks and responses and stuff. I'll do it. I think y'all get a kick out of it. We'll do a whole like real life version of this channel. But to do that, we need your support. Once again, I'm asking for your support.
You need to GoFundMe that so they can see their progress, right?
A GoFundMe for like something that costs $200, or people could just they could just, you know, donate PayPal, Venmo, sign up on Patreon, Cash App, buy a t-shirt.
I'll do what I can.
Well, you need to do more. I'm just kidding. I appreciate everybody who does everything.
So to kind of piggyback off of what was said earlier, we could have like a Borg Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, or you know, Federation Friday. Just something specific to each faction that we can get faction rewards for those things.
Yeah. That reminds me, I'm going to actually go do my Borg. I need to do my Borg.
Oh, we need consistent discovery stuff.
We do. Just getting the discovery officers has been a pain for me because I couldn't win any of the events. And yeah, I was kind of really stuck there. I'm switching out so I can go do my Borg grinding real quick. Billy says player trading system. I've already worked with them on that for an inventory style system for alliances. So it wouldn't be player trading. It would be more alliance based, but still I think it'd be just as goody. Two shoes. William says I sent you a link in Discord with a link to a Q costume. Thank you. Now we just need money for said costume. Update dailies to include Swarm Borg exchange. I agree with 2 of those, not exchange. The Stella should not be rewarded for being terrible. We should not reward the Stella for being useless. How dare you suggest so? But I actually am going to go out and use my Stella right now, though. So, where's Decius?
What has got a pool?
It's got a pool? It does have a pool, doesn't it? I never think about that.
Best feature ever.
Yeah, it's got a pool, like right in the front of the ship for no reason. Just a random pool. Sean says, Rev, you need to keep this stream going until midnight GMT. Wow, Sean, that is an amazing idea. Sadly, I have a podcast for my other YouTube channel that I've got to do tonight, so I won't be able to do that. But if you want to actually care about me enough to remember who I am come midnight your time, I'll still be here. I'm just joking, but I'm not. Do y'all want me to cry? I'll cry on screen. I've already actually done that. Y'all saw me cry in a video. I was able to cry on command. I was super proud of myself. And then somebody had the audacity to tell me that that intro was terrible. I'm like, what? That was amazing. I was so proud of myself. All right. Get my Stella on. Go into our factions real quick. By the way, feel free. Y'all keep throwing in ideas. Epi, I see that you left chat, so you're not loyal. Screw you. But I still love you, buddy. Paul says, love the Wrath Tour versions of Faction Hunt. 100% agree. And that has been passed along. I really feel like that. The event changes they made, I absolutely loved. Really, really loved. Now, I do think that they need to add some variation where you get the other factions involved, you know, Klingon shards and stuff like that, Klingon officers. But from the idea perspective, really, really liked it and enjoyed it. Also needed to get some rare uranium. Need rare uranium. And I think I need more research particles. What I really need to do is I need to max out this stupid rogue rep. I need to stop being lazy. I need to do it every day. And I need more Stella particles. Dang it! I can't scrap right now because I can't build my second Stella because the ISS jellyfish is there. So it's really holding me back. It's really holding me back. Grim Reaper says, be proud. Grim, for you, I'll always be proud. Also, where the heck have you been, Grim? I haven't seen you in months. You know how depressing it is to have one of your friends not show up, and who's going to hit on me when you're not here? Huh? Exactly. Steven J, I want to give a shout out to Steven J, who just donated through PayPal to support the channel and hopefully to support the mission to get a Q outfit. Thank you so much, good sir. PayPal donations are the best donations because no taxes. Uncle Sam, screw you. Please don't clip that and send that to the government. I don't want to get audited. I don't want to get audited. It was a joke, I promise. We need to be able to scrap multiple ships, make it a research. How many ships do you have, Matt? Like, how many ships are you just sitting there with? I mean, I'll add that. Sure. Ability to scrap multiple ships via a research. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in quotations prime because the odds are that would be a prime research. But Crusader says remove crews from repairing ships. Also logical. Unless the crew is in sickbay? I don't know. What's the logic there? What's the logic? Thank you, Andrew. You said you PM'd me in Discord. I'm not sure what about. If you're asking for my number, yes, maybe. Holly says more PvP. Holly, I am in love with that answer. 100% agree. There needs to be more PvP in this game. And more real PvP. Like, not the jelly thing where we all run around in level 14 jellies. Real PvP. Real PvP. All right, let me add that. Remove crews from repairing ships. All right, got that in there. Yes, says Rialta battles. Yes, more Rialta battles. That was an idea that Scopely stole from Server 20. A wonderful lady named Tasha Yar who played with us. She came up with that idea 2 years ago. I featured it on the channel, and then it became an event in the game. So we definitely take credit for that because they never said shout out Tasha Yar Rev Deuce for this idea. They just took it. So thanks, Scopely. And thanks, Obama. The chat's really quiet right now and it's creeping me out. Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm working and trying to work and listen to you at the same.
What do you do, Shinjo?
I work in telecommunications.
Telecommunications. What does that mean?
I support the phone system for the organization I work for.
It's like
I do
IP phones
programming.
and stuff?
Some voice over IP, some of them are landline phones. Some of them are starting to convert to Microsoft Teams voice calling. But I do the programming for them on the phone switch and other stuff similar to that.
I realize none of this is my business. I was just curious when you said you were working. So
I'm also working from home and have been since March last year, but that's not abnormal.
Yeah, I'm working from home too. Same. Yeah. Real quick, I give us some shout outs because people have been donating for the Q costume idea. Shout out to Demos. We appreciate your support there, brother. Shout out to Marcus C. Appreciate the love. Send a little £5 to me. Appreciate it. I'm glad it's not 5 pence. As we've learned, 5 pence is literally 5 pennies. Philip R. Thank you for the Q payday. Little $10, not pence, but 10 quid. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm calling it quid right now. Maybe I secretly want to be British. Who knows? But I do appreciate y'all supporting it. If y'all want to support the channel, support the kids, and support the Q costume, you can do so on PayPal or Venmo or anywhere where MasterCard is accepted. Just tie it to that and then send me money. Damn banners! Sorry, I just clicked a banner.
Septar.
Yeah. Clicked a banner, now I have to go all the way around the world to get back to my ship and where I was. Gosh, I hate those stupid banners. One of the things I don't like about streaming this late is typically the janitors and stuff don't attend. When I do the night streams, they're usually here and they can hear me cuss out their stupid banners. So I'm really mad that they're not here to hear me cuss out their stupid banners. They're stupid. They're terrible. God-awful banners. Hate them. More clan marks and the ability to mark individual players. Okay, sir. That's not a bad recommendation. Dave says move banners to their own chat channel. Oh, you mean like the battle reports menu?
Combat log? What?
It's not even a point for banners. They're stupid. Yeah, Anthony, I'm trying to get the judge costume of Q. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a Q cosplay with the judge costume. So that's what I'm raising money for. Also raising money so that I can literally live. That cost roughly $3,000 a month with kids, wife, house, car bills, insurance, etc. Maybe like $2,500 a month. But after that, things like this, you know, me goofing off as Q, like I can already see it. I'm gonna have an intro where I'm dressed as Q and I'm peeking around a pine tree, just staring at you in the distance or something. Like you're gonna be like, "What the heck is he doing?" Doesn't matter. He's Q. And then I'm gonna start adding really cheesy graphic effects to videos. All this because I'm gonna be doing a Q cosplay, or as Paul says, a Q's play. There you go. I'm gonna join the continuum. Scooby Encounter at Farpoint. It's a very well-known episode. I actually just finished watching The Next Generation last night, again, for like the 400th time. Epi says, what is the next ship, Rev? Come on, tell me. Epi, $4.99 US. I'll tell you what the next ship is. How about that? How about that? Is it really worth $500 or can you be patient? Can you be patient? Something tells me you'll be patient. Watch Epi throw me $500. I'm like, okay, bro, I actually don't know. So, JK. John, 100% agree that we need crew loadouts. That's actually in the recommendation list that we're compiling. Dave says custom number of buttons. Not sure what that means, Dave. Galileo shuttle interceptor. Wow, y'all come up with some weird ideas. You kids these days and their ideas. Kids these days. Luke says make the border zones between factions move based on server hostiles killed in each faction. That is a really interesting idea. Actually make a Federation Klingon Romulan war. That would be really cool. I like that idea. War Dog says, woot for the Judge Q. Oh, the idea for an alliance status in terms of it being yellow. Also, I just lost my Stella. Whoopsies. Thank you for the support. If anybody wants to support, y'all can donate through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Western Union, I heard still is in business. But alliance status yellow. So what would the yellow be? What would it stand for? Because you've already got friendly, and then you've got ally. So what would the yellow be? Like warning?
Unfriendly.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're unfriendly,
Unfriendly.
aren't you at war?
No, not necessarily. I mean, there's some alliances that we're not at war with, but
Why aren't you?
we pay them a higher amount of. Why aren't we?
Yeah, why aren't you? Just go to war.
Because,
Kill them!
War needs to serve a purpose.
Violently
If you're
insert
kill-
your photon torpedoes into their hole.
I mean, this is somewhat sacrilegious here, but PvP for the sake of PvP isn't profitable. You gotta have the Scopely Ferengi mindset.
Wow.
That
Get out.
profit from the war in some way.
Get out. Davis says make battle logs exportable. That is something I believe Ripper is already working on. He is one of the... He's not really a content creator. He works with LCARs, but he's very close to... He's a code monkey who is very hard-headed, stubborn, and intelligent. So I believe that's one of the projects he's actually working on. So I'm not sure. He's only given me like hints, but that seems to be kind of sort of what he's hinting at. Improve battle logs and ways to read them better. So hopefully that actually becomes a thing, because that would be amazing. John Summers says, Star Trek Fleet Command, where everybody takes turns blowing up each other's miners in war. 100% accurate. 100% accurate. Jody says, sent you $20 in PayPal. Thank you, Jody! Yeah, let me get these shout-outs going. More people have sent donating to the We Want Rev to Dress Up as Q fund, which greatly appreciate everybody who supports the channel. Y'all mean more to me than my cat and, depending on how much you send, my wife. So thank you, Miss Jody. We'll give a shout out to Philip R., who just sent another one and said, please don't let me get murdered by my wife. Sorry, I can't protect you, but I will encourage you to go get a concealed carry permit. Jason D. says, thank you. Says, survey ships get experience from mining, not combat. That's a good suggestion. It's getting added to the list. Survey ships getting XP from mining. Added to the list. Good one, Jason. I like it. William S., thank you for that $5 donation to help us get our Q costume. And Karen H., thank you as well. We're going to, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get the actual, necklace he wore, even if I have to get somebody like 3D print it and paint it. Or if somebody donates 10 grand, I'll actually get a jeweler to make it. But yeah, thank you. Why not Scopely keep the Latinum pack? Is it to catch a sucker? Yes. There's actually a couple reasons they keep it. So do y'all remember this past battle pass where a lot of people were having issues where they couldn't actually buy the battle pass? What they did is they gave me a $20 version of the Latinum pack and made me buy the $20 Latinum pack, and then they manually gave me the contents of the battle pass pack. So it's kind of has a mixed purpose. Believe it or not, whales have bought the $100 Latinum pack, and also it's kind of like a, I guess you would call it a throwaway that they can use for, instances like that where you still pay on the money, but it helps them, it served a purpose before. So there you go. Hey, John, how are you doing? It is not evening for me yet. It's only 3:35, but I'm in the America where best country in the world. So it's only 3 here. Gurgly Facchetti says, if you kill hostiles with a max level ship, you should get ship XP as a reward. That's an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. How many camels for your woman? Wow. I'm actually not trading in camels at the moment. If there's another form of currency you'd like to offer besides camels, we can negotiate. Camels have no value for me. I can't do anything. I can't even house a camel. I don't have room for a camel. So it doesn't matter if you gave me 10 camels. I don't have anywhere to put them. So Holly says you need someone to cosplay as Picard. Holly, that's you. I don't know if you are aware, but you're actually the one that's supposed to be cosplaying as Picard. So, surprise? I just recruited you. Eric says change bridge crew on the fly. Oh, man. I'm not saying I don't like your ideas, but some of these ideas have been around for forever. So I'm like discouraged that they're never going to happen. I'm really trying to present them some new things that make things better. I mean, we could throw them some of the same old ideas, but like we know generators suck. We know crew presets have been promised and not delivered. I mean, all that stuff we know, but I want to also get some new stuff in there too. Some new ideas, some freshness. Freshness. Paul says season tickets to Saints games instead of camels. I actually don't need that. I can get into Saints games with my press pass and it doesn't cost me any money. So bingo, bango. Oh yeah, the wife definitely quit Star Trek Fleet Command. She says it was terrible and boring, which really depressing considering it's what I do for a living. It's like, hey, your job sucks. Thank you. Thank you. Do 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 do. Does anybody get bored grinding hostiles, or is it just me? Eddie says, eat tacos, not war. Trum Wharf's Klingon Taco Palace, exclusively on server 22. Because that was a decent ad, I read it off. You're welcome. My 5 of 10 is rank 3, I believe. Rank 3. I can't look in here. I'll have to open up a battle log and look that way. So let's take a look at what she's. I think it's 60%. Yeah, 60%. Paul says, do you follow report on college sports as well? I do not. I only do college stuff for draft. So. Ooh, Grim says, I've sent $5 through PayPal because you're a gorgeous ginger, good-looking male. I'm called Marcos on PayPal. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for hitting on me. I needed that. You know, sometimes I need a little bit of a boost. I don't feel pretty all the time. So I don't feel attractive. Knowing that you think I'm attractive. Look, it's one thing. It's one thing for a woman to say you're attractive, but if you can pull the gay male community, you know you really got something going on. So, I really, thank you. That like made my day. John says I get bored hitting hostiles. That's why I do it right before bed. Helps me go to sleep. That is hilariously accurate. That should turn into a t-shirt. That should turn into a t-shirt. Yes, Leo, officer pulls are random. However, there's a percentage chance that you get certain levels of officer more than others. That shirt makes me look extra ginger. You mean my mustard colored shirt? Yes, it does. It does kind of give me that vibe, doesn't it? It actually looks a little burnt orange with all the lights I have on. I actually have 2 ring lights and then a big photo light for photography up to make sure I've got all the fanciness. But yeah, it's actually mustard yellow or gold, whatever. How about a repair ship that will repair another ship in the vicinity? So that sounds interesting. At the same time, it sounds like it would get blown up because it would have to have like no weapons. Assimilated John says other ways to get speed ups for free to play. Hitting big hostiles for chess lottery is stupid. Paying speed ups for research and building daily is stupid as well. Okay. Just call the whole game stupid, why don't you? But, I mean, I get your point. You do need more things available to free to play, and I agree with that. I think the easiest way to do that, though, is not to give more speed ups, it's to give more Latinum to the free to play community. I think that's the more pragmatic way to approach it. But either way, it's all good and gravy. I do like the idea. I would just go about it a little bit different. Dave says start Armada now button. Okay, Armadas are supposed to be PvP, so you're never going to get a start Armada now button. It's supposed to open up PvP. Like, that's literally the entire premise is PvP. Kieran, shout out to the Hive Alliance on a random server that's not listed. So, shout out to y'all. Don't know what server you're on, but was asked to shout you out. So there you go. Philip says I vote for more mining events. Philip, shut up and get out of my stream. Get out. You're banned. You ever been banned from a content creator stream? You are today. Get out. But you are welcome on my Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Paul says, how much money would you say you have to spend to be a dolphin rather than a krill? I would say if you're spending 100 to 400-ish a month, you're a dolphin. That would be my ranking. 100 to maybe 500 a month, you're a dolphin. If you're spending less than $100, you're still basically free to play because this game requires like 40 hours a week. And if you're spending $20 for 40 hours, then you're basically spending 50 cents. It's, per hour. That's really not that big of a deal. That's a week.
5,700.
Huh?
5,700 in a month.
$5,700 in a month? That's not dolphin. That's whale.
I go way over the top sometimes.
Yeah, if you've ever spent close to $6,000 in a month, you're not a dolphin. You're a whale. Crusader says, wow, I spend more on Rev than I do on Star Trek Fleet Command. But, to be fair, copyrighted, trademarked, I'm more entertaining than Star Trek Fleet Command is. And that's just a fact. Like, you can't deny that. It's a factual statement. I'm more entertaining than Star Trek Fleet Command. Just true. Walter just called me Shamu. That's rude. I'm sensitive about my belly, okay? I can't help it. I'm a big bone boy. I like eating things. Don't be mean to me. Oh, well, shout out to Philip T, who just sent me 5 British pounds. Wow. I got British money. I could go to London now. I've got British money. Not to be mean to Star Trek Fleet Command Crusader, some of the intros I come up with, I'll spend literally hours laughing at my ideas. Now, granted, I might be funnier to me than I am to everybody else, but Leo says, I've not spent anything on Star Trek Fleet Command, and I'm level 35, and then he does like this flexing emoji as if I'm supposed to be impressed. Sir, you free to play into 35 does not make you better than somebody who paid to 35. You're equal people, okay? But I'm happy that you're level 35. Steven says, rally or armadas for PvP that allow you to call it on a base. That was actually the original intention of armadas, was to do that. So ultimately, I would love that to become the goal and to become part of the game where you can call an armada and go crack, some random level 49 by having 6 ships headed at a time. That would be fantastic. When that actually happens, I don't know. But that is a wonderful idea. Beautiful idea. PvP armadas.
Yes, more PvP.
Never do that again, Hydra.
Okay.
Hi, Rev.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Actually, I'm in a good mood today.
Well,
When we're not
good.
on air, I'll talk about it.
Okay. Well, let's see. We have been live. We'll be live for about 15 more minutes as we try to raise money for our Q costume while also coming up with more ideas for Star Trek Fleet Command and hopefully providing feedback on the game itself. Jim says, moving
I like your
faction
idea
borders.
about.
What?
I like your idea about Armada against raiding.
What, the
Except
PvP
for that,
armadas?
if I had 6 ships hitting my base at one time, I think I'd blow up.
It's, that was the original idea behind Armadas was PvP, and it became a PvE randomly collect currency thing. But that was the original idea way back in the day when the game was still like in beta. So
Yeah.
it'd be nice if they got back to that. It really would.
Well, it'd be nice to put 6 ships up against the Tribune all at once.
Yeah, it would. I think it would, one, it would help the lower players, like the lower alliances, actually be more powerful. I mean, you talk about giving free-to-play and Dolphins whales to fight back. I mean, that's exactly how you do it. You let them gang up on them.
I have a picture I need to post in the tavern, but I'm in an alliance right now that only has 13 people in it.
Yikes.
And we placed 5th in this last event. Matter of fact, the last 2, the Rush event. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of grinding.
With 13 people. There was 13 people, and it can be done. I have proof of it. I'm going to post it so that people can see. You don't have to be in the Whale Alliance to win events. We took 2nd place in the Lat Rush event with 8 people.
Wow.
So it can be done. You just have to have active players and people that are dedicated to the game.
Yeah.
It also helps that we're 3 of the hardest grinders in the game.
Ooh, Murda, I love your strategy. She says that she's going to teach the Whale Alliance a lesson because they keep hitting underprotected ships by becoming the #1 in power destroyed. I love it. A lot of people like to say that power destroyed means nothing. I think it's an amazing stat, especially if you're taking it out on people bigger than you, taking out their warships, their miners. That is an impressive feat.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Power destroyed only matters as bragging rights, but that doesn't mean it doesn't matter.
Yes, it matters.
It's like any other stat. If yours is bigger than everyone else's, then you've got something over them. People who are lower on that and don't like getting blown up by people who want more PD tend to go, oh, it doesn't mean anything. But then again, neither does your power number.
Pew pew. Let's see what else we got here on the list. War Dog says, I'm right around 500 million. Or 500 a month, sometimes more. I consider myself a dolphin. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're right on that fringe dolphin level. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. No, Craig, you're not a dolphin. Don't lie to people, Craig. You're not a dolphin. There's nothing wrong with being a whale.
Hey, I enjoy the game.
You're not a blue whale.
I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
No.
But you haven't spent, 130,000 like some people have. But
no.
You've dropped 500.
35's enough.
So
35's enough for 1 year. I'm only up to 4,000 this month or last month. So
okay, yeah,
not that much.
But think about it. You just said 35 in a year is fine, but then you spent 4 in January. So if you actually did that 12 months worth, you're on pace to spend even more than last year.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack into the game, and then I'm actually going to redirect the funds that you spend on Star Trek Fleet Command directly into my daughter's college fund. That's what I'll do. I'm just going to hack into it. You're like, where's my stuff? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe they screwed it up. I don't know. Actually, that's highly illegal, by the way. Nobody do that.
As long as I got proof I paid. As long as I got proof I paid for it, they'd have to give it to me, or my bank would take it back.
Jason says, "Hey, can we get rid of 2-star crap when we're level 34 and hitting hostiles?"
No.
You're going to need that 2-star crap, by the way. You're going to need that 2-star crap.
You want to build ships and scrap them.
Not only that, once you want to build that 5th dock, whoo, you better have a lot of uncommon 2-star laying around. People forget.
Oh yeah, you just figured that one out, didn't you?
Oh, I had everything.
I didn't tell you about that one, did I?
I prepared for it. I already knew it was coming.
I forgot to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I know everything about this game. But yeah, it's. I knew it was coming. I was like, uh oh. I was ready for it.
Hey, at least now they don't. In my monthly elite pack, I don't get a bunch of 2-star stuff. It's all 4 and 3 star.
The elite pack, it doesn't make sense to have all that in there, but I mean, you're going to need a lot of uncommon 2-star. So
yeah, I still get some, but not as much. I think I'm getting ready to collect one. Yeah, it's down to 120 and 960 common, so not as much as what I used to get, but I still get it in my elite pack.
Chris says he wants more PvP. I'm with you. I would also like more PvP.
They had some in the anomaly event for that.
What is PvP, Precious? What's PvP, Precious? I do think that a Ferengi trading system would be amazing. Or even a rogue black market trading system. You know, Harry Mudd's literal career.
I would like rogue black market.
Yes, Paul, your 5th dock is going to want 2-star, so if you're level 38,
yes,
you better start mining it and refining it. You're going to need it. And
lots of it.
Lots of it. I'm trying to remember exactly.
And you
how
will
much
continue to need 3-star.
1,000. So.
Yeah. And have lots of steel. Lots of steel.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on Elcars and see how much it actually is, but get ready. You're going to need it. Going to need it. All right. Billy says an estimate. What was it? A couple thousand, I think. A couple thousand, something like that.
It's under 5,000.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot easier
it's under
to get
5,000.
2-star uncommon at high levels than it is to get the 3-star. So, like, I think I still have some 2-star I can pull real quick. Let me look. Let me see if I can still pull, or if I used it all. Looks like I've used it all, so I can't do a pull. I was going to show you that it's better. Yeah, Billy, 30K is plenty. That's plenty. But most people don't have any, so when they get there, they're stuck for a little bit, going, "What the heck?" I'm like, well, yeah.
And then you can't buy it in a pack anymore unless you get your monthly elite.
Yeah. Do my Latinum. Get my 340 Latinum for the day. I used to complain about Latinum, but now that we have this quick mining speed, this mining for Latinum is so nice.
Wait, Rev, did you just admit to mining?
Yeah, they've made changes that make it worth it.
You don't have to watch grass grow. How's that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm doing...
That's how I used to treat it.
I do the Ferengi double pull every day, and that's a free 340 Latinum every day. And that adds up. I mean, that's over, 2,000 Latinum a week?
Yeah. But you get higher level and stuff, it does pick up.
Yeah, mine's only a tier 5
right at a
Devore. So
I get like 1,000 a day. So
it takes a while to level up. The Devore is another ship that's just, once again, grindy. But once it starts getting up there, I mean, it's free. And the good thing about the Latinum is you don't have to actually then reinvest the Latinum into the ship. You're getting the parts as well. So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
And I don't think it costs you any uncommon or anything, so it's just all the parts.
Yeah. I'd also like them to have like a gambling lat in the game somewhere. Like I could play Dabo and I could gamble 100 lat and maybe I'd win 500 or I'd just lose it every time. I'd like that.
Or even you could maybe gamble with other stuff in there
Nope.
too. Like, why not?
Because that would not apply to Star Trek lore.
Okay, people gambled away their ships and stuff in something or other in there.
No, they didn't.
No.
They didn't.
What's wrong with what's wrong with someone going too far in the hole and selling you say a handful of Enterprise prints for that?
This game is already. First of all, the Enterprise would never be sold because it was Star Trek and the Enterprise was the Federation's flagship. So anyway, we're keeping it as lore friendly as we can.
Yeah.
Just because Lando Calrissian gambled away the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, this is not Star Wars. We actually have rules and regulations here. It's not how things work. Dan says odds would be a million to one.
Wait, Ferengi respect rules and regulations?
Yes. They literally have their culture is built around
They have
the Ferengi rules of acquisition. It's in the name. I can tell you don't watch enough Star Trek Hydra.
The rules, no. Those rules of acquisition are for how to make more money, not for follow these because otherwise you get in trouble.
You very clearly don't know much about Ferengi.
If you do not follow the rules of acquisition, you'll have a Brut show up.
Yeah,
and shut down your business.
You'll get liquidated by the Ferengi Commission, and you'll never make it into the Great Vault.
You don't have the lobes.
He does not have the lobes for business.
I'm
pretty sure I've got enough for almost a second auger, I think.
I've got the one, but I haven't touched it.
I love my auger.
Parked it and haven't touched it. Well, I was more worried about getting my Enterprise done, and now I've got other things to worry about.
Let me see where my... Yes, I'm at 104 out of 150 on a second auger, and I'm at 116 out of 150 on a second Enterprise.
Yeah.
And for the D4... Let me see.
I don't have the D4 yet. I don't even know how many I have for it.
27 out of 150 on a second D4.
That's the only ship I don't have, is the D4. I got 5 Mayflowers. You want one of them?
Yes.
I'll take one if it's maxed.
No, I'm going to scrap it. Where is my D4? I got a jelly built, and I'm still getting blueprints for it.
Richard says, why build a second Enterprise? Because it's the Enterprise. That's why.
Literally because you can. I suppose you could also scrap your second one at Ops 50 if you really want to.
You could put TOS Kirk on one and put regular Kirk on.
Yeah. I only have 25 blueprints for the D4, and that's it I don't have.
We definitely need more Klingon officers. I agree. We need Worf. We need Gorkon. A real Gorkon, not this cheesy Gorkon.
Now, hey, TNG Worf is Federation. TNG Worf is Federation. Do you want?
I don't want TNG Worf. I want Ambassador.
You
Worf.
want Ambassador Worf? That's different now. You got to specify that now.
Well, even Worf in TNG and DS9 was very loyal to the Klingon Empire, and multiple times, I mean, in the Dominion War, he spent more time fighting with the Klingons than he did with the Federation. So.
And how about Martok?
Yes, Martok definitely is needed. Gowron is definitely needed. Kahless is definitely needed.
Kahless is definitely needed, along with the Bat'leth. You got to have Kahless and Bat'leth. They're worthless, my opinion.
I like the Cardassians.
They're dictators.
I mean,
I don't like dictators.
Well, you're an American. Get over it. You don't have a choice. 7 of 9 has to come in. Everybody wants 7 of 9. Yes, we know. I can't wait for that to actually happen. And just like, I'm going to look at the monthly income report and be like, they made $30 million off 7 of 9. Like, you thirsty old man.
Hey, as long as they make her look as good on the card as what she is in real life, I'll buy it.
Yeah. Well, look, everybody, we've been streaming for 2 hours. I've got to get off here because I've got to do another stream on my football channel in literally right around the corner. So I got to hop off and prepare for that. But it'll be around later. Make sure y'all hop in the Discord if you haven't already. Come hang out with these weird blueberries that I currently have in my Discord. And once again, thank you to everybody who is donating so that we can get our Q costume, because we're going to do full-on Q's play. It's going to be a lot of fun, but only if y'all join us for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Love y'all. Bye-bye.